We see today the left, the right, mainstream media, and alternative media, each having credentials, fighting against credential, having the strong elite controlling the narrative, banning one another, judging one another, and nothing gets done. The key word that stands out is perplexity, which means the appearance of no way out. Now this is debated too. A way out of the left and the right, secular and religious. So as I view this, left and right, and their debates and arguments, from heavenly places in Christ, and beyond any religious idea of that, truly above it all, seeing the beginning and the end of it, and from our Father's perspective, can understand the beginning from the end, and with it making some sense, yet trying to get this out without credentials, you can't be heard. And to go get credentials, you might lose your voice. Depends on which side you get your education from, left or the right, secular or the religious. If you stay out of the secular and the religious world, and you claim to have an answer that's above it all, sees it all, and you know someone that knows it all, and it's not you that knows it all, and what you're sharing is not your opinion, either left or right. You're giving out what you have asked. You have viewed it, even put a little note on your computer and TV. It says, Father, as I view this, I surrender it all to you and wait for your response to all that I've seen and heard, and whether I should share this or not share it. And when I share it, it's not my opinion or me parroting either the left's opinion or the right's opinion or the secular's opinion or the religious opinion. It's your opinion. And then finding others claiming the same. There's only one mind, one Lord, one faith, one God of us all, and they debate that till the cows come home. So you're just another person that they feel with another opinion. But they can't figure you out. It's clearly said that a spiritual man won't be probed to no one. They think you're either left or right, or they think you're of the world or of religion. You're neither. You're none of this. It took me 76 years to get that position. Losing all so-called credentials, identities, and coming to discover that you're an offspring of God that was never told this, that in truth you should have been manifested as a son of God, not some son of man, and you wait now through your spirit for what your Father would say or do. At the moment, he doesn't say to do anything or say anything. And because of that, you get judged by the secular world and the religious world. The secular world would say that you're non-patriotic, and you get all the labels that each one is throwing on the secular world against one another: communist, socialist, Democrat, Republican, 1,000 different labels that you see out there that are flinging mud at one another. Or in the religious world, are those that feel you should get involved with politics, those that say you shouldn't. So you're not sitting in the middle. What used to be called the narrow road, left of it being the left and the right of it. And the left and right of the narrow road is the broad road, from a biblical standpoint. After 17 videos over many years, the final video told me to get off the narrow road, to get above it all, left and right. The narrow road is supposed to lead to you getting out of this world and sitting with the mind of Christ, with the Son of God, and with the Father, and waiting for the Father to the Son, and empowering those words to the Son, to your spirit with the same mind that's in the Son, and you saying only what He says to say and doing what He says to do. Many claim that they're doing that, but they're not doing that. And to judge them, no, they're not need to judge that. Judge nothing before the time. We'll find out who did and who didn't, who was speaking for God, who wasn't. Meanwhile, say what the Father says to say, do what He says to do, or not say or do. Wait. And wait until He says say it, and you say it. Then be like a good prophet would be, or a righteous man, if you can't accept that. Not self-righteous. Righteous in that you hear from the Father, and all you're doing is speaking what He says to speak or do. And don't sit around waiting to see the results, like Jonah did. Sitting there waiting for Nineveh to be blown up. After he was told of God, he reluctantly went there and say a message to him. And then he sits there underneath a juniper tree, distraught, upset. He was expecting that Nineveh would be blown up. They were sacrificing babies. He expected God to judge them, and God didn't judge them. Makes him wonder, maybe I shouldn't have gave this message. From the least to the greatest, that generation of that day that Jonah gave it to him changed, and God spared him. Till later in history, as human nature goes, he went right back to the old ways, and God had to judge him.